Hi guys, today we are going to try to do polygel nails from scratch. I have never done polygel nails. I am using the McCart polygel nail kit. You can find it on Amazon and it's about 45 bucks, and it comes with all of these different trial sizes of polygel, a base coat, a top coat, these nail forms. The nail forms come in all different sizes, I think from 1 to 8, and then this dual-ended brush with a scraper and the actual brush part so that you can form the polygel to the nail form. Also purchased this UV/LED nail drying lamp, also off of Amazon. I'll have the link to everything below, you guys. And there are two ways you can work this lamp. It has 60 and 30-second intervals, and you can also take off the top part. So I guess when you're doing your toes, you can take off the top part so that your whole foot fit in, or if you got like really big hands or something, I don't know. Lamp goes on and off when you take your hand out, or you can keep it all the way on by pressing the power button. To do the nails, you're going to need some acetone, some 70% isopropyl alcohol, a fingernail file, I bought these from Amazon as well, and some cotton swabs. Oh, and your oil of choice so that you can do your cuticles later. Directions are on the back of the box, so I'm just following along with what it's telling me to do. First, I'm going to clean my nails, and to do that, I'm taking the 100/180 grit nail file, and I'm just filing off all of the top layer of nail, kind of like when you're just kind of like buffing it. I don't have a drill yet. I did end up purchasing one right after I filmed this video because I thought it would be easier from now on, but I did it by hand. So if you guys don't have a drill, it's no biggie deal. You can go ahead and file your fingernails with a fingernail file. Now, if you guys know me, you know I use press-on nails all the time, and the reason being is because I do a lot of hair and I don't like to go get my nails done. That's just too much money every 2 weeks to keep up, and then when they break, I just sit there like, I don't like that. So I'm trying to do my nails by myself. After you go ahead and file all the top layer off, just take the acetone and go ahead and make sure there's no oil left on your nail, and you just wipe away all that dust. This is the extra part. I don't think this is necessary, plus I'm not a pro, so I'm not going to tell you guys to do this, but I tried to like clean off my cuticle. I did a pretty good job. I didn't hurt myself or anything, but I'm not telling you guys to do that because, I mean, you could probably hurt yourself if you don't know. Now go ahead and put on your base gel, and you're going to apply this to each nail, and then you're going to cure that for 60 seconds. Curing just means to put your hand underneath the UV dryer until whatever you're drying is dry. As you see, when I put my hand in, it automatically turned on for 60 seconds, and you'll see me taking my hand in and out of the dryer because the nail polish does get hot. It kind of heats up, so you might want to do that like 2 or 3 times until it stops heating up, and then you can go ahead and cure for the whole 60 seconds. The color we're using today is like the rosy color. I'll have it listed below. I'm just going to find the nail forms that fit my nails. Now you might want to do this part before you do all of the shaving and the acetone part, because this top base coat, the base coat, is actually a little bit sticky, so it probably would be best to have those already ready into the side. I'm pouring a little bit of alcohol. This is actually the cap to my Fenty primer. I ran out of it, so I'm just using the cap. I don't have like a little container to keep the alcohol in yet because I'm not a pro, and I'm going to use the alcohol to help me maneuver the gel because the gel is super sticky. So you're going to definitely need the alcohol. Like, there's no, it's a very important part that they don't mention. Now, when I was first doing this, I was taking little bit by little bit out of the tube, applying it with the scrapey thingy to the nail form, and then patting it in place. But I'm going to show you what's wrong with that. Basically, there's a way easier way to do that. So I noticed that, one, it was taking entirely too long for me to form the gel to the nail form, and also I wasn't putting nearly as much gel as I needed to onto the nail form at the given time. And when you have to keep moving the gel around, it does cause bubbles. Kind of learned an easier method than the scrape and apply method. And then I dropped the nail form. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a regular video if I didn't make a mess out of the situation and I didn't have a slow-mo in there for you guys. Anyway, I started over. I threw that away because the whole thing got alcoholed and I didn't know how it was going to turn out. So I just started again, putting the glob inside of the nail form and then starting to pat it in place. I like my nails long. There are kind of like markers inside the nail form for like different lengths. So if you need or want shorter nails, you can do that. I honestly think that doing your own nails, acrylic or gel, like learning to do your own nails, is a super huge benefit, because when I used to get my nails done all the time, first of all, I was spending buku money. Like, it was like $100 a month to keep my nails done, not mentioning when I would break one and have to get like a $12 replacement. But I also feel like the nail place people try to kind of rush you, and I feel like nowadays you see all these amazing artists on Instagram and like your local nail person cannot replicate it, or they just like don't care and it's just so nonchalant and they want to get you out the door, and it's too much hassle and crap. So I just rather learn to do my own nails, honestly, because if you want something done right, you do it yourself. You figure deal me? Now, once the nail is formed correctly, you're just going to place it on top of your nail, on top of that base coat, and then you're going to cure your nail for 60 seconds. And then pop off the plastic, and this is the finished result. It looks like a glass nail. It's like really cool, actually. I'm gonna try to focus it so you guys can see. So it's nice and hard. The nail has a nice curve to it. It's not sticky, it's not wobbly, it doesn't seem like it's gonna break or anything, and it's really secure. So what I learned was basically to apply the gel straight to the tube. There is a vertical line inside of the nail form, and if you apply the gel in that vertical line and kind of pat the gel backwards where the cuticle part is, like thinly to where your actual nail will be, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So where your nail is actually going to be inside the form, just lightly pat the gel backwards and then pat it to the sides to make sure that the entire nail form is covered. And this minimizes you moving the gel around. It minimizes the layers of gel, so it minimizes all of the little air bubbles and things that can be created, and it's just all around faster and it's less messy. So take my word for it, if you get this kit, it's so easy. If you just squeeze a little gel onto the nail form and then pat backwards and then pat to the sides. So I'm going to do it again. See, you just put a little squig on there, pat lightly back into where your nail is going to be, and then pat to the sides to make sure the nail form is covered. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, shorty. It is so easy. And then you're just going to apply it to your nail and then cure it in your UV lamp for 60 seconds. And voila, magic, you have a set of nails. It's super easy. Like, I'm gonna do this all the time. It's been like 5 days since I did this video, and my nails still look good. Like, they look good. I went ahead and did all the rest of the nails off camera because you guys kind of got the hang of it, and I don't want this video to be super duper long. But this is the very last nail. I'm gonna slow it down so that you can see exactly what I do. So I apply the little toothpaste glob of polygel, and then I go ahead and dip my brush into the alcohol. I pat it backwards onto where my nail will be, because you want to kind of thin that part out anyway so that it's laying flat on your nail. You don't want it too thin though, because you don't want your apex. Oh, I learned a word, you guys. Apex means like the little part between where your nail stops and where the fake nail begins. But anyway, you don't want that to be too thin, but you also don't want it to be too thick, because then you have like your nail's gonna look like a duck bill. biggest part of this is make sure you cover the sides of the nail form. Like, make sure everything is covered in gel, nothing's hanging over, and nothing. You see how like there's a little gap right there by my thumb? Make sure that that part is covered with gel, because if you don't, then the nail will break easier and it will be misshapen and misformed. So I'm just going to pop off that last nail form after curing it and let you guys see the finished look. So as you can see, this one nail I had to add a little bit more gel to, because like I said, I did not fill the nail form all the way up. So part of it was a little thin on the side. So I just added a little bit of gel and then filed that down. Now I'm just cutting the nails so that they're all the same size. Y'all, I feel like I'm a real manicurist doing this shit. Like, so yeah, you just take a regular pair of scissors, or you can get some nail clippers, whatever. I was not buying all those tools for something that I wasn't even sure was going to work out. And then you can go ahead and buff around the cuticle and buff around the edges of the nail to make sure that they are the shape that you want them. Taking this China Glaze polish, I'll have the name listed below because I do not know the name. I've had this polish forever. I used the one with like a glitter to it because I did have bubbles in my nails, because again, I was doing a lot of alcohol padding. So I just kind of wanted a glitter polish to kind of hide the fact that some of my nails had little bubbles in them. But now I'm going to take this top coat, and this top coat made my nails super shiny. Now once you add the top coat, just go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds and your nails are basically done. I'm adding some jojoba oil to my cuticles because I did do a lot of filing and I did all that cuticle cutting and things like that. You can add whatever oil of your choice to your skin. I didn't have any cuticle oil, so I added jojoba oil. What you gonna do? Fight me. Now this is the finished look. I hope you guys really like this quick tutorial. I'll be excited to really get into doing my nails. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. You guys, we do all things beauty and lifestyle on this channel. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.